So a while back, a relative of mine asked me if I could create a shirt. So I'm going to walk you step by step with how I did it from them sending me what it looked like. And of course, like everything else, when I create something, I like to make it my own. So I'm going to walk you step by step how I created the shirt, every single program that I used to create the shirt, and then post it to my site to actually go ahead and make sales. So I'm going to walk you step by step. Let me go ahead and share my screen and show you how I did it. Okay. So here's the shirt that I was asked to create. So just so you can see, it says, with the USA so divided, I'm just glad I'm on the side that believes in God, has the most guns, and knows which restroom to use. And this is what it looks like. And it's only on the back. As you can see, it's only up to like 100% cotton. Grays and heathers have a poly cotton, so it'd be like a little bit of a mix. But I didn't like the fact that it was only on the back. So here's what I did. So I had to do obviously a lot of searching. So this is what I created. I actually have a different combat uh, combat silhouette here, and then I added another one on here. I changed the description a little bit and found this, and then added. So I put all of this together. It did take me a little bit of time, but this is what I have. And I wanted this to be on the back, but I also wanted something on the front. So actually, I could put this on the front of it. So I did some searching and ended up putting something different on the back or on the front. Excuse me. It will come up. There we go. So after I did some changes to it and I sent it to him and said, "Hey, what do you think?" And he said, "Hey, what about an American flag on the arm?" So okay, I said, "No problem." So I found an American flag. I put that on the arm. I put the shield. I wanted the shield to be actually on the front. So that's how I did that. If this will come up for me, this is taken forever. So I found and got all of this stuff from online and I created it in Canva. Okay, pulled it all over. Then I downloaded it to my store. Now that I have the things that I wanted to create my shirt, I'm going to show you which shirt I picked. So now I went into my Printify platform. Okay, so this is the shirt that I made it on. I made it under the Bella Canvas 3001. And you can see this. I like this one because it does come in the blends. The heathers are the blends, and this one. So I'm going to show you step by step how I did this. So I'm going to pick this product, this type of shirt. This is my actual Canva Printify account, and I'm going to click Start Designing. And this is already uh, in my folder because I've created this already, right? But I'm going to show you step by step. First, you have to pick the shirt that you want, right, or the product that you're wanting to create. Okay, that's the first step. After I get that, then I have to already have downloaded the things that I created in Canva to my computer so that I can drag them over into Printify and add them to the shirt. So that's the idea. I can turn my video off. This will come up better. My video for a second might go a little bit faster. So obviously, the first thing that I have to do is I have to create the types of colors and the variants that I want on the shirt. Okay. So we're going to do that first. So I'm going to select the variants and then I'm going to select the sizes. So I'm going to click select variants. That's going to give me the different colors. So I want a white blend. So I'm going to take white, but I'm going to make it a blend. And actually, I think I may have taken this out. I didn't actually do white. I need to do all colors. So I'm going to take this out because of what I created. It's not going to show up good on white, I think. Maybe it is. Let's see. Let's see. We'll do solid white blend. Take this one out. And let's go solid black blend. Let's go heather red. And let's take a blue. Here we go. That's what I want. Heather, Columbia Blue. Oh no, let's go True Royal. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that one. A little bit darker. All right, let's just keep it there, okay, for now. And then I'm going to go to I'm going to click this and go back to the sizes. Well, it's not showing the sizes. Okay, we're not going to mess with that now. Now, I'm going to actually start creating the shirt, okay? So I already uploaded it. If you haven't uploaded, obviously you want to upload it to your file, but I'm going to go to my library because they're already there. This is the front, so I'm going to go and see what I want on the front of it first. So I want the vintage. I want this one. I'm going to pull this one over. And I'm going to minimize it so it's in the upper left hand. Okay, that's what I like on the front. Now on the back, I'm going to go to this one. So I don't know if this is. Wait a minute. You know what? I think I have to do that one on the white. So let's do this one. I think yeah, I did create one on the white. So this is the white. So I'm going to expand this so it's a little bit larger. I'm going to center it. I like it more up on the top. There's a lot of words, so I'm going to make it a little larger. Bring it down slightly. There we go. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to go on the left sleeve because I want to put the American flag on there. So let's put the American flag on there. That's on this one here. And I think I have to use the white. To be honest, the white American flag. I don't know if the black is going to, I think the black is for the white. These ones are for the white. So if I can find the white flag. Okay, there's the black. Here's white. Here we go. Boom. I'm guessing that's it. Let's look at preview and see what this looks like. No, that's not going to work. So, but this is, you see that, and that's kind of a little small. This is how it looks. So I'm going to increase that a little bit. I'm going to take out the white flag. So let's go back to edit. Let's kill that. Let's just put the regular black because I think that's good anyway. And I want to expand this a little bit. Okay, so that's there in the center now, and I'll see what that looks like. I think that's right. I have to flip it, but I think that's the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, okay. Now let's go back to the front. I'm going to increase the size of this a little bit. I think this area is probably pretty good. Good. So I've created the shirt. So let's see what it looks like on the black. Yep, looks good. And then obviously the white's going to be a little different. So obviously I'm going to have to switch it. So how do I make this to where if I have it here, so I'm going to make a specific design because I think on the red and everything else and the blue and the black, it looks good. I think I have green also on there. So we'll add the green on there too. So obviously I've got to have a military green on here, right? So let's do that next. Heather green. Here we go. I think there we go. Heather military green. Perfect. There. So now back there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the white. I'm going to make a specific one for white. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to go back to my library and I'm going to put in the black one, the white shirt, obviously, right? And then of course I expanded it, have that in the center, front. I want to say the black one looked better. So let's go black, the white one. And then how I make sure that these are the same is I look at like the width and then where it's at, the positioning wise. I go back to the black and I click on this. So it says 4.71 at 59. So I highlight this. I'm going to go back to my white. Put that there. So that's where it's at. But this was, this was 47.1 or boom. Now they're the same size in the same spot. And that's it. That's how you create it. So I have, this is the back, this is the front, and this is the sleeve, nothing on the right. And I'm not going to worry about the internet label because it just adds cost. And then I click save product. Now, after I save the product, now I can make my adjustments before I go and post it. So I'm going to show you the adjustments that you're going to need to make. Obviously, the first thing you need to make is adjustments to are the pricing and the description of the shirt. And I actually like to use ChatGPT for some of my t-shirt descriptions. But after you go here, you're gonna have to pick up which ones you want to be shown on there. So I kind of take out the ones that are kind of generic because I like the ones that look and that people are wearing more so. And I like the ones with the that shows the side, shows the back, and then I try to make them the same on every color, right? So I'll take out these ones, generic ones, and I highlight all the same. So I'm not going to do that on every one, but just you can see these are the ones I pick. So I would pick this one, and I pick that one and this one because I want this one to be the main one anyway. That duos, and I have that on every single one of these. Okay, I'm just going to click Save Select just to save time. And now that I've saved the selections, now I need to go and change my description. I need to change how the cost of what I want to sell it for. Okay. And I'm going to show you that. I'm not going to show you like what I did, but then I'll just go to the finished product after this. So primary, this is the one that's going to be shown on all of them. So I'm going to go back to the black here, and I'm going to click this one as my primary. That's the one I want shown up on the front of the page. It already has a description in here, but you can use two things. So there's generate with AI. You could type in some things that you want to say, and it comes up with a pretty decent description there. Okay, so you could try that. That's one way of doing it. Or you go to ChatGPT, type in this. I kind of like highlight some of the stuff so it will take some descriptions of this, right? And then what after I do that, I'm going to scroll down, add in some tags if you want to, and then the pricing. So how you adjust the pricing. So right now it's set at a 40% profit margin, and you set what price you want to sell it for. So if I was going to say select all of them, and obviously they're increasing the price for these two all the way from 2XL. So let's deselect these. Let's just say I want to sell it for $35.99. I put $35.99. I click apply, and it would change that for all of them, make a $37, 37% profit, and I would adjust these individually, right, for all 5 colors. After I do that, then I click on this, and if I put it in, if I have a collection, like if I had a new release on my page, I click on that home page or branded products. I click new release. I click publish. Now I'm going to show you what the finished product looks like that I did for this one, which is right here. So you see, this was the brand that I had. This is it right here. Bella Canvas A3001. This is the finished product in Printify before I click publish to my store. And this is the primary. You can see these are the ones that I selected that I have on there. This is the description. Here's what I put in there on the description. Here are the tags. Here's the pricing for it on all the different colors. And then it's on the new releases. And then here's what it looks like here's what it looks like on my store. So here's Trainer True Tycoons, Proud T-shirt, Proud American Patriot T-shirt. Here's the brands. You can select, obviously, the color that you want. Here's the black blend, the white. So you can see it's a little bit different. And the Hello Military, you click the size that you want, obviously. You'd be scrolling down, and then you'd click add to cart. And this is the description, how it shows up on there. But I did all of this in Printify. You can also change it in your store. And that's it. So let me stop the share here real quick. So I just walked you step by step on how to create every single, from start to finish. First, I went into Canva. That was the first thing to design it. Now, I like that. I'm creative. You don't have to do that. You can actually pay somebody to do that, or just, figure something out. After I take from Canva, I download it to my computer. Then I go into Printify. After I go into Printify, I pick up my variants. Then I design it, and I put it together, adjust the sizings and the placement of the images of how I want it to look on the shirt. And I look at the preview to see what it looks like. Then after that, I go down and I change the description. I change the pricing. I click publish. Then it goes to my store, and that's it. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I look forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you guys on the next one.